In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin jumps almost 20%, with about 30 billion US being added to the whole crypto market. But was it all caused by an April Fool's joke? Join us for today's installment of Two Crazy Guys, One Crazy World's Talkin Crypto FUD session to find out.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Two Crazy Guys in One Crazy World podcast, where your hosts will entertain you with stories and news from around the living room and possibly other places too. So without further ado, your hosts, Stacey and Chris. Bring it on, guys.
Right, we are recording. Good afternoon, ladies. No, we're not recording. Stacey's holding his hands up.
I said 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stacey and Chris, two crazy guys in one crazy world. And as you will notice, I'm actually sitting in a motor vehicle. So what we're doing today is we're testing out the theory that we can do this shit anywhere.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're not sure how long this podcast will go for, but we have some very interesting crypto information for you to share today.
Yep.
So please pop in those what is it? Pop on those headphones, plug in the earphones, whatever it happens to be, wherever you happen to be, and have a listen to Chris and Stacey, two crazy guys, one crazy world.
Absolutely.
Over to you, Mr. Bozel.
Let's do this before
Matt, how are you?
Good, mate, good. I was just saying, we need to do this before the police knock on the door and go, "Excuse me, mister, why are you sitting outside the school?"
Yeah, why are you sitting outside the school? Which is where I am, ladies and gentlemen. Officer, honestly, I'm waiting for my son to finish school. You're early. Get out.
Dear. Well, I'm going to share my screen with you, Mr. Deal.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you'll actually see it or not, but
I can see it. I can see it.
You're so clever. Look at you.
Look at that. Look at
All
that.
on mobile.
There seems to be a little bit of a climb in that graph.
Well, there is just a little bit of a one, yes. So, crazy news, there we were floundering along in what we call crypto winter for 420 days or whatever, however long it's been.
Yeah,
it's
unbelievable. And just to give you an idea,
sideways.
ladies and gentlemen, when Stacey's talking about crypto winter, he's actually talking about the coming of the second ice age, right? When he talks about that, I mean, things that were valued at many thousands of dollars are now valued at many tens of cents. So it really has been an ice age, and this climb that we're about to tell you about has been a long time coming.
Yes, we are. So I'm just gonna zoom out on the chart here, so we can actually bring into view where the all-time high hit, which was December 2017.
December 2017.
December 2017.
I could have told that without a graph.
So we had a second peak in January.
For anyone who can't see it, Stacey's actually brought up a graph on his screen here, and it shows that we've got Mount Everest and then the rest of the Himalayas coming down. But unfortunately, it's just like a trekker or a climber who's made it to the summit, and the descent has been long and arduous.
Yes, we're even past base camp. We didn't even stop at base camp. We've gone all the way down to sea level.
We have continued all the way down to sea level, and apparently the Australian government has commissioned new submarines. Because, trust me, we went below any level that anyone thought possible.
Yes. So
what's happening with it? Well, what's the big news?
It's been a long drawn-out affair, and we've traded sideways for quite some time. Looks like we actually hit our low in December, actually just last year. So when we got down into the low threes. Since then, we've been the trend has sort of gone up and down and a bit of sideways action. But
what Stacey's talking about there, I have to interrupt him again. When he's talking about we went into the lows, like the lowest threes, what he's talking about there is that Bitcoin hit 20-odd thousand US dollars. But in its slide back down to reality, it's been in the low 3,000s for some time.
It has.
Sort of fluctuating around the 3,000, 3,300, 3,500, 3,000, 3,300, 3,500.
And we're talking US dollars too. So the
yes, we are
talking US dollars
is
US in US dollars.
Non-Australian people out there, and even all you Australian people out there. Currently, Bitcoin is trading at around about, I'll let Stacey tell you, which is around about X number of Australian dollars, but I'll let Stacey tell you that as well.
Yeah, so we can. I
can't steal all his thunder.
No.
Stacey,
if I go
remember to tell the people what you're talking about.
Thanks. No, that's why you're here, right?
No, right.
So in Australian dollar terms, we're talking almost $7,000. So we hit a low.
We are indeed.
We hit a low of let's go back. We hit a low of about 4.3 in Australian dollar term. and right now we've jumped up to just shy of 7,000.
Which is not a bad thing, because 2 weeks ago, just like what Stacey's talking about, 2 weeks ago I was looking at one of the 3 cryptocurrency accounts I hold. Now, this one happened to have 7,000 US dollars in there at the height of its fame, shall we say, before the jumbo jet decided to become a submarine. And it's been sitting around about 350 to 400 US dollars for many, many months now. Now, you have to remember, that's one of 3 I have, and it had 7,000 US in there. When you open it up and you see 300 or 400 US and you think, oh, where'd Daddy go? That's why.
Yeah, so we have gone from, as I said, we had a low in December, which at that time we had a total crypto market cap. So when I say market cap, I'm talking about all the money that's supposedly invested into cryptos. We had a market cap of about $100 billion. And right now we're at US. Right now we're at 176 billion. So we've had.
That means 76 billion has gone back into the market since then.
Correct, since December last year, right? So that's really, only 3 months.
When people say but when people say that cryptocurrency is dead, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of people will tell you Bitcoin is dead, crypto is dead. Well, 76,000 million reasons why it's not dead have been put back into the market in 3 months.
Absolutely. So, but this is what Bitcoin and the cryptos do at the moment, because they are such a small market cap, they are prone to a lot of volatility, right? And these things will happen. Yeah, I know. Go figure, right? So,
seriously, crypto's volatile?
Yes, that's the theory.
Newsflash.
Well, it's just a vicious rumor, right? Vicious rumor. So in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's jumped almost 20%. Okay, and
it's not a bad thing. So imagine, those people once again who've said crypto is dead. Could you imagine if last week someone said to you, crypto's dead, and you said, yeah, but I'm just going to throw 2,000 in there and see what happens. And they said, you're mad, you're going to lose your money. And a week later, you've got $2,400 because it's gone 20%. Yes. Tell me a single bank in the world that will give you $400 on your 2,000 investment in a week.
No, they'll just sting you every way they can and take money from you.
So in case you're wondering, this really podcast could be called Crypto is Not Dead and the Bear's Claws Are Being Blunted. Maybe,
yes. It's certainly, and certainly there's a lot of technical analysis out there, and there's another article here that talks about why Bitcoin's big boom and what's caused today's run. So there's a lot of speculation out there as to have we actually started the next bull run.
But that's what remains, though, isn't it, mate? Isn't it? It's just speculation because no one really knows.
No, absolutely. I mean, this market is still very volatile.
Nothing in the crypto market's changed.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Nothing in the crypto market's changed. It's still a volatile market of supply and demand only.
Absolutely. So, and this is why, but they always ask the question, right? Why is it now just jumped 20%, right? So there is some good explanations, and there was certainly there was evidence that on BitMEX, I think it is, they had a whole bunch of short positions that were liquidated because they were all sitting 4.2, 4.3 sort of levels. When the price jumped past that, it hit the triggers and it just liquidated a whole bunch of shorts. About $500 million worth of shorts were liquidated because of the jump up, and then of course because of the forced buying just kept pushing the price up, and then of course it brings in a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, and other players jump in and go, oh, quick, it's going, quick, buy, and then
people buy,
and that just started the whole process. There's even one theory.
That's actually probably
Well, there's even one theory that the initial push was caused by an April Fool's joke, and I love this one. So there was a news that went out that the SEC, that's the American Securities Commission, that they approved the ETFs, right? And there's been a number of Bitcoin-related ETFs in applications that have been.
What's an ETF, Stacey? What's an ETF?
An exchange-traded fund.
There you go.
Yep. So if you're rather investing in specific shares, you could invest in an ETF, which gives you a coverage of a whole bunch of shares, right?
Yep.
So they want to do the same thing
Like a
with
managed
cryptocurrencies.
Like a managed plan.
Well, it's actually it's very, very lowly managed. Actually, it's actually a really good one. Very low fees and stuff like that. But they wanted to create one for cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. In particular, Bitcoin. That's obviously
Please
the first
excuse
one.
me drinking my coffee, folks, but sitting in the car, I've got to do
I
that.
try not to watch it. Anyway, the April Fool's news article went out that in a shock decision that the SEC's decided to approve not one but 2 ETFs, and it was just obviously an April Fool's joke. But they're suggesting that it may have actually triggered some quick buying, which has then in turn liquidated some shorts, which has then in turn caused more buying. Who knows? I mean, that would just be hysterical.
It's actually not a bad theory.
Look, it's feasible. It's absolutely feasible.
And in the crazy world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing crazy in the cryptocurrency.
Funnier things have happened, right? And
absolutely.
The poetic nature of this would be the fact that the powers to be in the financial sector have been spreading so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and crap about Bitcoin to push the price down artificially. Wouldn't it just be so poetic that an April Fool's joke actually triggered the bull market and liquidated all these short positions, right? Which
yes, it would.
I love that story.
Yes.
I just find that I find that brilliant.
So there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What we've got, though, is really, when you take all of that aside, we've got a 20%, 24-hour increase in the price of Bitcoin.
Yep.
Now, many of the other alternate coins have done a similar thing, with increases ranging from 3% to 14 to 17 to 19%. So even those that don't hold Bitcoin, those that hold silly little things called Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum, they're all still making money.
So if I look down the coin market cap,
thing there, and you
can look all the charts,
and you can see all that green.
Yeah, and they're all very similar, right? They all plug along.
Ignore that red column.
And then they jump.
Long-term thing, but it's just green right now. Yeah. And really, it's a really welcome sign, because for many, many months now, when you open that up, we've had red.
Yes, indeed.
So now it's really nice to see.
Very
green.
Very interesting. And
I saw a red one there.
There's Tether. So, Tether is, that's basically tries to stick around a dollar. It's a stable coin. There'll be most of the stable coins that will be down. Again, USD coin. So that's another stable coin.
Yeah.
Crypto chain, don't really know about that one. Can't talk about that one. True USD, that's another stable coin. So most of the stable coins will be down slightly.
Stace, rather than scrolling through that, because people can't see and all they're hearing is stablecoin. What do you think? Let's throw it out there. And ladies and gentlemen, please take into consideration the fact that none of this is financial advice.
Absolutely not.
Fun only. We are not telling you to invest your money. In fact, what we recommend is, before you invest anything, you see a financial advisor, and never invest anything you can't afford to lose, because, especially in cryptocurrency, because it is a volatile market.
As we have seen.
So what you put in today could be gone tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Now, it's not gone unless you sell, but you may have to sit on it a very long time before you get your money back.
Yeah, absolutely.
AKA, have a look at mine. And then have a look at Stacey. But we're still there because we believe.
We're believers. Yeah, look.
Right. So what do you think's going to happen, buddy? What do you think the next 24 hours we're showing cryptos? And tomorrow we will tell you whether we were right or wrong. We'll be honest about it.
I think, in all honesty, we're going to have a little bit of consolidation. So I think it'll bounce around probably $100 or so, and sort of find its feet.
Do you think Bitcoin will stay over the 5,000 mark? There's a question for you.
I think it'll stay above. I don't know if it'll stay above 5, but it'll stay probably above 4.9. I think, and it'll bounce around there for maybe a few days, maybe a week. Until it finds its next direction,
right,
which
so
might be
saying
up,
around 4.9. Are you saying between 4.9 and 5?
Yeah, somewhere around the 5 mark. It might drop below 5, but I think somewhere in the 5 mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Stacey's bet, and we're putting a coffee on this. He's going to have to buy me a coffee, because I'm saying it will stop somewhere between 4.8 and 4.9 in the next 24 hours.
A bit lower, okay.
Yep, a bit lower. I think it'll be a little bit lower, because there will be an obvious correction. But I have been known in the crypto world to, as they say, not quite get it right. I can't say be
Really?
wrong because that'd be wrong. But, yeah, not quite get it right.
Well, and look, the very interesting thing is on the lower time frames, we're actually above some of the moving averages, the key moving averages, the 50 and the 200 period moving averages, which is a very bullish sign. So on the 4 hour, we're definitely above. On the 12 hour,
do you hear that, folks? We're above the 4 hour. And if
we're
you're wondering what
as well.
Stacey was just saying, then don't worry, so am I.
So when you talk about moving averages, it's just a metric to look at to track the movement of price over time. That's all it is.
Yep, cool. Okay. Well, let's wrap it there, Mr. Bosel.
Sounds good.
We'll be going about 20 minutes on that one, and I think that people out there will be saying, oh, crypto's gone up. And that's the message that we want to get out there. The last 24 hours, crypto has gone up. Now watch it. And that's the thing that got me into crypto so long ago was I read an article by a journalist from the Financial Review here in Australia who said, invest $200. What have you got to lose? And that's basically what he said. So I put in $200 and I doubled it and I doubled it and I doubled it. And in the end, I put in $6,000 and it went to $25,000. So honestly, it can happen, but you can lose it because that's exactly what I did. I didn't sell at the high, I held on to it. Now it's quite low, but it's still more than my initial. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but it's still more. So, ladies and gents, have a dabble if you've got the money.
Yeah, look,
don't borrow to do it.
And here's another thought. Think of it as an insurance, right? Now, how much do you spend every year on insurances on your car, your house, your life, all those sort of things?
No, probably about $8,000.
Right. Okay. That's right. Most of us do. It's quite significant.
Yeah.
So if the economy turns bad or something happens, look at the cryptocurrency market as an insurance against some of the more traditional platforms going wrong. So however much you spend on your insurances, maybe spend that much on crypto and treat it as an insurance.
Once again, this is not financial advice.
No, this is just an idea. It's the way to look at it, right? So, if when you pay out that money for insurance, you don't expect anything back from it, do you?
No, you don't.
Not at all. You pay that money, you pay that premium every year with the expectation and the hope that you get nothing back, right? Because it's there just in case, right? So
especially on life insurance, because if you get something back from that,
you don't want to know about that one, right? So put an equivalent amount of money into crypto as a plan B, right? Don't expect anything back from it. Expect to put that money in and don't look at it again, and look at it purely as a plan B, as an insurance policy.
Yeah,
there's one way to look at it.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Basil, thank you, sir. Ladies and
You
gentlemen,
gotta pick up your little boy.
This has been Two Crazy Guys in One Crazy World. And I've actually totally forgot what I was going to say then. One of those mad, crazy moments. Because the car door's open, there's all these parents around now, so I'm like, whoa.
I actually keep you going.
Okay, who is this nutbag? So, once again, Two Crazy Guys, One
don't
Crazy
already
World.
know?
This is episode 6 or episode 7? I've lost count. We're so good.
This will be 6, I think.
No, episode number 6 brought to you by our favourite sponsors.
It will be 7. Oh, no, we
7.
didn't. No, it is 6. No, it is 6.
Awesome. Brought to you by our favourite sponsors, Chris and Stacey. Have a great day, folks.
Bye. All right. See you. Bye.